Hey guys, welcome back to Dale's Crowd the podcast. Today we talk to a rogue sharpshooter from Ohio State, but no need to worry because we talked to Katie about her journey into talking to the universe and letting the universe talk to her. Please enjoy.
You said you had something.
I'm trying. Give me space. Give me time. I'm trying to make it epic. Welcome to Dale's Crowd podcast, where we talk about stuff. Phil, you're my other host.
I'm the better host.
Let me ask you something. Which do you prefer, cake or pies?
In what context?
I think you know what context.
I'm thinking about eating.
Okay.
As much as other people think, I'm not Jason Biggs, so I don't like pie in that way. Nor do I like cake in that way, but I'll eat a cake.
Would you ever do that?
Would you ever fuck a pie?
Yeah.
No.
Like, okay, sorry.
No, there's no qualifiers.
No, now, obviously, we wouldn't fuck a pie because we've grown. But, like, when you're 15...
No.
You wouldn't fuck a pie. You think that you wouldn't fuck a pie.
Are you trying to say this because you have fucked a pie at 15?
I'm just saying I thought about it and I was thinking about it. I remember one time I bought a watermelon and I was so close to fucking it. So, Phil, what have you been up to?
Not fucking watermelons.
Neither have I. I said I didn't do it.
Speaking of food, I pitched a show to you that we're going to start working on.
Yeah.
Based off of the idea of binging with Babish. It's called Unhinging with Crabman, and I'm going to make food as Crabman. It's going to be great.
I think it'll be cool. You actually do have, like, a good sense of, like, making things. Like, you're good at making cocktails and you're good at making food, so I would be interested in seeing that.
Yeah, I've got, like, 2 cocktail episodes that I'm working on. I've got Phil's signature salad and heart attack burger.
Okay.
Those are 2 fun.
So when you say heart attack burger, like, can you just give, like, a little preview of what that is?
The best way to describe it is, like, my homemade version of the Big Moz from
You lost
Sheetz.
me.
How often do you go to Sheetz?
Not often. I usually go there maybe for, like, gas. But, I don't know. The only time I'll eat at Sheetz is if I'm with you.
I like Sheetz.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. They have a pretzel bun for a burger.
That's actually, that's part of the heart attack burger.
Oh, is it really?
Bun. Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love a pretzel bun. Dude, my nickname in middle school, not to brag, but, like, my name in middle school was Pretzel Boy.
Why?
I liked pretzels.
That's it? I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've been on, like, Discord, like, playing Among Us or whatever, and I just hear you over there drunk as shit munching on pretzels right into the mic.
Yeah, dude, I fuck with pretzels. No, I would, like, have an extra bag of pretzels, and my class after lunch would be language arts or whatever. I love that class. That class was so much fun because my teacher was an asshole. And I'd just be munching on a bag of pretzels. It was definitely not allowed, but oh my gosh. Those are good times.
It's so loud of a food to be eating.
Yeah. That's like one of my, like, 4 memories. 4 memories that I have.
Yeah, I saw 5.
Yeah, I gestured 5 for some reason of middle school.
There you go, Dad. I know you're going to hear this, like, 2 weeks late, but there's that finger joke that we talked about at dinner.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Would you like to make some context?
So at dinner, I was, like, making a couple jokes because I was like, I got a podcast episode tonight. Gotta, get the muscle memory going of, like, jokes. And I did, like a jazz fingers thing.
I'm familiar.
And my dad was like, well, that can't be one of the jokes. No one's going to see it.
This is true.
So I was like, well, yeah, but it'll be funny.
Shout out to Ken. What a guy. Good old Kenny.
Yeah.
So, Phil, I have a guest with us, and I want you to guess who it is. This is...
Okay.
We flew her out all the way from Ohio.
My dad?
No, not your dad. You just no.
Well, I thought that was the connection.
No, she has red hair. It's dyed.
Clifford.
No, it's dyed. It's dyed red hair. It's fake.
Scarlett Johansson.
Close, but not at all. We went to school with her. It rhymes with Beatty Gazelle.
Oh! Shady Pretzel!
Yes, Katie, come on in.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great, first podcast. Oh, sorry. Hi.
Long time no see.
I know, it's been only a few years,
Yeah. Actually, I think the last time I saw you was
Your 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
I brought her. I was a good
surprise
friend.
visit.
Yeah, that was right. That was cool.
Yeah, that
was fun.
I was glad I got to see everybody.
Yeah.
That was the night Roland had his possibly only ghost experience with the crystals.
Oh yeah, my pendulum.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get one of those.
No, they're awesome. You should. They're in any store, any spiritual store you can go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this, but I still have that doll.
No.
It's
do.
in the other room. It's missing its scalp.
No, the scalp
Oh.
is still on there.
Okay.
It comes off a lot.
So why, may I ask?
Do I still have it?
Yes.
That's a really good question.
That
And the answer is so what have you been up to?
You know, nothing much. Just Ohio.
Ohio.
Not much to do there. It's fucking Ohio.
I was gonna say, like
Sheets headquarters is there.
Do we even have a Sheets? I don't even know.
Yeah, Ohio is based in Sheets.
Really? Wait.
Or other way around.
Ohio is
is
based. I was always wondering where Ohio came from. Thank you
Yeah.
for that clarification.
Ohio is everywhere. It's everything.
Yeah. What made you?
Ohio is a state of mind.
Why? By the way, why the fuck did you choose Ohio?
The rifle team, you know, when I
Yeah.
got recruited onto the rifle team, I was like, oh, it's a nice team. Then I got kicked off a year and a half later.
You got kicked off?
Yeah, you didn't know this?
Oh, what happened?
didn't. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, funny story actually. Posted a picture without a mask on Snapchat during COVID and got kicked off. And that's about it. That's the whole story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, were you in public or you just like?
It was a picture of me and another girl on the team, and she posted the same picture. No problems with that. But the girls on the team didn't like me. So we had a snitch situation going on there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was fun.
Do you think it was like bait and it was the girl you took a picture with?
No, you know, she's one of the girls that was nice to me. One of the few. Yeah.
So are like rifle girls just bitches?
Yeah, you know, people who shoot, you know, you gotta watch out for them. You can't trust them.
Damn.
I would practice with the ROTC in high school.
Yeah.
They were terrifying people. Funny story, actually. I went
They usually
to
are.
a camp with ROTC people.
Okay.
And this girl comes up to me, and she goes, you know that girl Katie? And I was like, yeah, I kind of know her. Look at me. And she goes, I'm going to piss in her shoes tonight. And I was like, oh, why? And then she said she slept with my boyfriend. I realized it's a different Katie.
Oh.
But then I also
okay.
made the connection that the other Katie is bunked beneath me. And so if she picked up her shoe and was like, or my shoe was like, is this Katie's shoe? They were like, yeah. And she could have pissed in my shoe. I don't think there was a piss situation later that night, but I was a little scared. I hid my shoes.
Fuck?
That whole camp.
I've heard a lot of stories about like people in the military pissing in people's stuff.
Really?
Is that
Yeah.
a thing?
That's just a thing?
Yeah, like piss is like the best weapon when you're unarmed. No one's gonna fight a dude who's pissing.
That's
Well, I just would have to disagree.
Well,
That's when
okay,
you're the
so-
most vulnerable.
So if some
okay,
dude,
strategic.
if
All right.
some dude is pissing and
Okay.
you run up to him and you're trying to punch him, he's pissing on you.
Yeah, nobody wants to piss on them. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
fair.
no, that's
There's
not
some-
true.
I thought you-
just
There's some people,
if
but,
someone
like-
tries to kill you, just whip your dick out, you know?
No, I don't think I'm gonna do that, Katie.
Element of surprise.
Yeah.
Whip the dick out, and then
Piss
whip.
their pants.
Oh,
Oh. I think you're onto something.
yeah.
Yeah, but like there's people who like piss in shoes because like that works. Sometimes like pissing in bags of like people's clothes.
Actually, I will say the whole like whipping your dick out. I have heard that argument. It was like if you.
Say I have with my.
No. Well, no.
Well, I mean, in the podcast lore, I mean, you have.
I technically, if you want to be anyways, I was gonna say like I've heard like if you're ever like a bar or club and there's like some guy that's like a lot bigger than you, the best thing to do is take your clothes off, and then if they try to come at you, tackle them because nobody wants a dick on them.
What if it
Except
was a
if
gay
you find
guy?
the one guy who, yeah, I would say there's the one guy who is.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that argument. All right, damn. Okay, cool. So
Moving away from penises.
I was gonna say.
So you had like the whole like shooting. Is air rifles or is
Yeah.
it okay?
Air rifle and 22. Just
Okay.
rifles. Yeah, fun.
Do you still do that even though you're not on the team?
Yeah, I'm actually going shooting this Friday with a coworker. Gonna go shoot some skeet. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that was your nickname in high school.
Yeah, skeet.
For a completely different reason.
We'll never forget that.
Would you like to tell the story?
Why don't you go ahead?
Katie, like your freshman year,
Yeah.
she had this water bottle that said skeet on the side of it. And I was like, why do you have a bottle full of skeet? And you were like, what? No. And I was like, it says skeet on the bottle. And so I just started calling you Skeet. And then you put Kittles on a piece of tape and covered the part of it. So it says Skittles.
And then I called you Kittles.
Yeah, so it was Skeet and Kittles.
Isn't that cute?
I love that. That's it's terrible. That's so bad. You openly were like, yeah, Kittles. That's a great nickname. I really like Kittles. You got called Kittles? I've never heard of this.
Roland, give me one of your nicknames.
My family and...
That isn't Ro.
Roll? Oh,
Dumbass?
Yes. At work, they'll call me Adele. Like, that's kind of like one of my nicknames. Because,
Adele?
Yeah,
like
well...
the singer?
At work... Yeah, no, literally. Because at work, on every hour, you hear rolling, or some people will be like, rolling, and then it just... I don't know. It gets dumb, and I get tired of people making jokes at me. Like, people or, like, background actors will make fun of me, so it's like...
That's embarrassing at that point.
Yeah, so it's like rolling in the deep, which is something Dixon used to say.
I remember.
Every morning, I'd walk down the hall, and he would say, rolling in the deep.
Yep.
Didn't have a fucking class with him, but he would yell that.
It's just like that, rolling in the deep.
Yeah, I miss that. Big Friday.
Discovery High School, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did at least one episode about that. We were not nice about it.
Really? Yeah. And I missed this?
Do you remember the time I dressed up as Dixon? It was for Halloween Day or something like that.
I can't say. I feel like I blacked out high school, to be honest.
I feel that.
I have a picture of you as Dixon.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll try and find that picture.
I have a picture of you guys in a dress.
Yeah, you put me in a dress.
I did do that, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Katie was my sponsor for my final womanless pageant.
Might I say you looked beautiful.
You did.
I felt beautiful.
Smash.
You're welcome. 10 out of 10. BMS.
Do it.
Blew my scale.
Come on, Roland. Do it.
I will. I've seen your supple cheeks.
This is a little intimate.
You're talking about my calves again, aren't you?
Yeah. He's got nice calves.
Can I
Look
see?
at those.
Wow, those got some meat on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at there.
They're powerful.
Yeah.
Well, Phil has this thing where he doesn't put his feet down when he's walking or standing. He's always on his tiptoes, like he's Sasquatch, and he gets really good muscle exercise in his legs.
Of all people, Sasquatch? I would have thought like a T-Rex. But
yeah, also like a T-Rex. Yeah.
So fun fact.
Because sometimes you'll be like kind of like have your arms up and your back out, like you're like stretching for way too long, and you're just.
Sounds sexual.
Well, see, here's.
It always is.
So my mom and I kind of like had conversations about it, about like, why am I the way I am? I do a lot of weird shit. So I took a test last night.
Yeah, you did. And you sent me a picture.
I sent a lot of people that picture. I took an autism test last night. And I was like, well, like, I'm going to be honest with it. Like, I feel like I have to get a good enough answer. I forgot, like, what website it was, but I scored the exact, like, middle of what someone would score if they have Asperger's. And I was like, I don't know enough about that. Like, I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah.
And it was like someone who sticks to a schedule, who's not really good with change, knows a lot of really weird, like, little facts and information, like, retains all of that.
Holy shit.
And I was like, oh my god, like, this explains a lot about me. And then I was like, well, you know, like, I feel like if I were to explain someone else who has this, I was like, I need some examples. Dan Aykroyd's one of them. The man who's obsessed with, like, ghosts to the point where he made a vodka based around ghosts and aliens. Have you seen the commercial for that?
No, not the commercial.
It's a 5-minute long commercial. For the first Dale minutes of the commercial, he talks about his belief in aliens and ghosts.
Wasn't his family, like, ghost hunters?
He had a TV show about hunting aliens until supposedly the Men in Black intervened and told him to stop filming.
The Men in Black?
The Men in Black.
The Men in Black.
Not like the Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, but like the actual ones where they're like gross, disgusting, like human Patrick Star.
Wait,
people.
they made real Men in Black based on the movie?
Other way around.
No. I think I had it right the first time.
That was before the movie.
I don't know.
I think you're wrong.
I mean, I don't believe in it, but I do believe I might have Asperger's. So, not Asperger's.
Yeah. Do you believe in that? Like
And
ghosts?
Asperger's?
That's on me. I can respect
You know
that.
what? I was wondering.
Do you believe in like ghosts?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, actually, me and my mom did a tarot reading earlier today trying to talk to the ghosts in our house.
Okay.
And then the electricity, like, completely, we had a surge.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was
Around
like,
what time this morning?
Around 11.
Okay, because I
Is
had
there a surge?
I had a power surge at my house at like 8.
That's how powerful your ghost is.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Wait, it was at 8 though?
It was at 8. Also, I live. I mean, we can bleep this part out.
Well, that's like 4.
For like 40 minutes from me, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if there is a connection with that.
It's a big surge. That's what I'm
Maybe.
hearing.
Big fat ghost.
Ooh. I like it.
But yeah, definitely believe in ghosts. I mean, how is that shit not real? You know? Like,
Yeah.
when you die, where do you go? You become a ghost.
So you don't believe in the afterlife at all?
It's weird. I made up my own religion, basically.
Okay.
That's gonna be interesting because last time I brought up making up my own religion,
Really?
I was scrutinized and told that I shouldn't just copy and paste the Bible.
No, he would copy. He's like, I'm gonna make a book of Dale. It's gonna be all about Dale. I was like, that's awesome. You know, pursue your dreams because I try to be supportive. And he like sent me some quotes, and he was like, of Dale, and I was like, wow, these are good. Like these seem like really okay. Some of these are starting to not make sense.
Sounds like the Bible then.
I was like, Phil, what the fuck is this? And he was like, well, I had an idea where I just copy and paste quotes from the Bible.
And just replace all mentions of God as Dale.
So
Apparently that's encroaching on cult territory, and we don't want to be a cult.
I was going to say plagiarism, but
also that's
too,
kind of a...
But, like, the Bible was written by, like, 16 different people.
maybe cults are plagiarism of religions.
Have you guys, there's like this documentary of Scientology. Have you looked into that?
Mm-mm.
Ooh, that
Dude,
shit's
Scientology
crazy.
is scary as shit.
Wait, what is that?
Scientology, it's like what Tom Cruise is under.
So, their whole belief is that aliens crash landed on Earth around, like, caveman times,
Mm-hmm.
and they crashed in a volcano. And I'm gonna say this, I'm basing it mostly on what I've learned from Battlefield Earth and from an episode of South Park.
I was gonna say South Park was actually pretty
I was told
truthful.
I was gonna say I was told it was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But like the souls of the aliens went into the cavemen, and that's how humans were created.
Huh.
And so there's some I don't remember what they're called. It's like midichlorians with Star Wars, but like it's their own version, and they have like ways to test it where you hold like an a steel bar.
Ohm meters.
Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but what's the guy who started it?
I don't remember his name, but he was a science fiction writer.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrote all these books, and then he was just like, well, I could make a religion out of it.
The whole idea is based off of keeping people in fear and in the unknown
Yeah.
to keep control over them.
And apparently,
That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking
It works.
insane.
Supposedly, like, if someone is Scientologist and they're involved with anyone who speaks out against Scientology, that said Scientologist gets fucking murked.
Yeah.
Also, there's like this thing called squirreling. So if they if a member speaks bad, then they're known as a squirrel, which is weird as fuck.
Because they're cute.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
It's cute until like people are like wearing shirts with your face on it on a squirrel's body and like just berating you for weeks.
Oh?
Yeah.
See, I'm not
we should
Scientologist.
actually let's stop talking about Scientology because they have sources. And,
They're going to come after us.
we'll talk about this. No, we won't talk about this later.
I'm going to show up dead.
Yeah. So scratch that. Let's talk about crystals. Let's do that.
spirituality. Yeah.
Spirituality.
Spirituality and ghosts.
Yeah. That's my thing, I practice spirituality a lot.
So, like, what got you into that?
So, going back to when I got kicked off the rifle team, you know me, like, shooting's been my whole identity since I was 10 years old. So, all of a sudden, that was just, like, stripped from me. And I was like, fuck, like, what do I do now, And so I, like, went through this period where I just, like, felt bad for myself and was, like, wallowing in self-pity. And then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of, like, playing victim.
Yeah.
And so my mom is pretty spiritual, and so is my older sister. So I started looking into that, and I was like, wow, like, going in and, like, healing yourself and, like, being comfortable with your presence, like, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of, like, started learning more about it and let go of that regret I had. And, oh, my gosh, you feel, like, a million times lighter, honestly. It feels great.
Huh.
And there's two things, actually, that I practice the most, and it's listening and accepting. So, listening. So, basically, like, when you have a conversation with someone, like, most of the time I've noticed that people just kind of wait for a moment that they can speak. So you're not really listening to what the person's saying. You're like, they're talking about their dog, and you're just waiting. Oh, like, this is my dog, like, they're just waiting to give their input. But what I, like, am practicing to doing is actually, like, hearing what that person is saying and, like, listening and investing in what they're saying. And then acceptance, like, I hold myself to high standards, and I found I started holding other people to those standards, which is, like, completely unfair to those people. Like, they don't have to be held to my standards. They're their own person.
Yeah.
And so I accept that other people are their own people and that they won't always, like, hold to my expectations. Not to say I'm not going to let, like, people walk all over me.
Yeah.
Because I won't do that. But I accept that sometimes they won't hold my expectations, and I let go of that.
They're not perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. That's actually a really healthy way of conversing.
Yeah, it was, like, life-changing when I realized that. I was like, whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
Communication.
Yeah.
Get behind that.
Yeah. That's
Something to work on.
By the way, your sister has awesome tattoos.
Oh, yeah, Devin.
Dude, they're so dope.
She's so cool. I'm actually seeing her in 2 weeks.
I love her. She was
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about this, but I still remember in high school when you found out about her.
Yeah.
That's a great... Can you tell that story?
What?
Yeah, so I have an older sister. She's 26. And I found out about her when I was in high school. I think I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
My parents sat me down, and they were like, by the way, you have an older sister. And I was, like, so confused. I was like, wait, how does that work?
Yeah.
My dad had a girlfriend, and he deployed, and they broke up, and she was pregnant, and she never told him. And so my sister's whole life, she grew up thinking this random man was her dad until she found out that my dad was her dad. So she reached out to my mom and was like, hey, I think your husband knows my mom. And it was before, like, my parents met, so my mom was totally cool about it.
That's good. That's really good.
She was really accepting of it.
Because that could have been bad.
Yeah.
So how did she find out?
Honestly, I don't know. I think her grandma told her. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's dope as hell. That was probably not the best word, but
yeah.
That's crazy.
And then all of a sudden I had an older sister, and she's so cool. Like, she's this little hippie girl. She grows all her own herbs and makes tea out of it, grows her own food, like, manages music festivals.
Yeah.
She's so sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's your younger sister?
Oh my God, she's killing it.
Has she graduated high school yet?
Yeah, she's in Colorado.
You're right.
She goes to Colorado School of Mines, and she's actually working in the lab. She's the only undergrad in the lab.
Wait, School of Mines? What does that mean?
It's like, you know how mining is a thing in Colorado?
Oh, like that kind of mines.
I for the longest time I thought it was mines. Like,
I was like,
brain.
oh, she's like smart.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you said the school or the Colorado School of Mimes, and I was like, she's like a mime. Like, I've heard of clown school. I've been around a clown school.
We went to a clown school.
Damn.
Are you talking about
All right, yeah.
I wish our school was like the clown school I saw in Orlando. That shit was dope. They had like a whole like trapeze set in there.
We had Community. It was the same thing.
That's fair. Did we talk about it on the podcast we talked about it last episode when I built like that fake bomb.
You did. Do you remember this? Because I didn't remember at all. But if you want to give like a quick summary.
Basically, there was a community at the end of my senior year. They were doing some kind of play, and I had to do all the props. One of the props was a bomb vest. Admittedly, like I took my own liberties with it, and I made like a C4 chest strap that looked a little too realistic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But, you know, go big or go home.
Yeah.
It just so happened that, like, that was the same week as the Ariana Grande
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, so we had to get in front of the school and be like, hey, so trigger warning.
Why don't I remember this?
I don't know, the more you talk about it, the more I'm like, I think I remember this, but it might just be because my brain is forming that
Fake
memory.
memories, yeah.
Yeah.
That happened. Fake memories is a really big
Oh, yeah. No, I literally, like, blacked out high school, I feel like.
Yeah, no, I get that. We, like, ate lunch every day.
Yeah.
I could not tell you. That's not true. I could say, like, maybe a couple of times. I remember one time, this is bad.
Oh, no.
I've apologized a lot to Katie over the years.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, I came from a family of, like, where roasting is funny. So I'd just roast people and not, like, give a shit about people's feelings because I didn't understand that. Katie got the worst. She was such a trooper. You were.
It didn't bother me, really.
No, it wasn't the best thing. Your nickname was often Porky Princess.
Fat whale.
Whale was a big one.
That was...
Cow, this or
Yeah.
that.
Just a lot of fat jokes.
Yeah.
About...
Well, I did it because Katie you looked amazing in high school. So
Yeah.
I was like, it's fine if I make fun of that because of course, why would she have insecurities? Again, not fucking realizing people's emotions.
You learned that lesson later on,
I did.
especially after you made a similar comment to me.
Karma came up to me finally.
No way.
But I remember one time we were in lunch and I was being fake angry at you. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if I should. I'm going to say it.
Say it anyways.
So I was like, I don't think I think I forgot to pack a lunch and you offered me a snack. And
Being a good person.
yeah, just being like a genuinely like nice friend. And I was like, no, Katie, I don't want your fucking snacks, all right? I don't want your dumbass bread that you bring every fucking day. I don't understand why you bring the same fucking bread every single day, Katie. It's fish shaped. Why do you need fish shaped? It's bread. And I just yelled at her. And then I like stopped and I was like, why did I do that?
Oh my god.
So that was funny.
I remember one time being in Schrantz's room, and then you made a fat joke, per usual.
Yeah.
And I look at Schrantz, I'm like, can you believe that? Like, he just called me fat. And he goes, well, maybe if you weren't eating all that fucking food. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And the
fucking-
time he told me, he was like, good thing you're pretty because you have nothing else going for you.
I remember that.
Yeah. That was my senior quote, actually.
Dude, he was so funny.
He was hilarious. I did not learn a single thing in his
No,
class.
No, I
nobody
don't know
did.
anyone who did.
No.
I do remember there was one kid who kept asking him super personal questions, and he would just answer them. And I was like, Schwartz, you don't have to answer these questions. And it was
Yeah.
like questions about like, are you married? Did you get a divorce? Do you have kids?
Yeah.
And I was just like, Schwartz, just don't answer. Like, just pretend you don't hear them.
Yeah. The amount of group projects we did in that class without any lectures or
Yeah.
anything. I don't even think he did orientation. I'm pretty sure.
I just did not learn a thing in his
I
class.
fucking did.
No.
We all just Googled it.
Me and Lauren would play Just Dance. I mean,
Oh,
we would go on Omegle.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I
Oh.
remember that.
Yeah.
Omegle.
Yeah, Omegle was like definitely high school era for me.
Yeah.
That's such a scary time that just teenagers did that shit.
That's terrible. Like, what is wrong with us?
Yeah.
Talking to strangers on the internet?
Be honest, how many dicks did you see?
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
So many dicks. Like, and we would just accept it. We'd be like, huh, penis, and just go to the next one. Like,
You kind of get to a point where you just go like, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
We would,
are you like really like just there's pills.
yeah. I think at one point we started rating them. We were like, boo, and then go to the next one. We'd be like, 2 out of 10. Next.
Fucking hell. That's amazing. I love that.
Ruin their ego.
Jeez.
It's always really nice when you're going on and you see like you go through all these penises and then you get to like the kindly old gentleman who's sitting there and then you're like, oh, he's such a nice guy.
And then he
he's-
moves the camera down.
Yeah, and then he's struggling to get up to like show his dick.
Or they're just sitting there and they're like, and you
Yeah,
can see their arm.
yeah, just a little bit of like elbow and shoulder movement. Like, you know what they're doing.
That's terrible. I think I was like on Omegle once with maybe, I think you and Lauren.
Probably.
And I did it one time. I was like, this is dangerous. I don't know if I like this. I'm okay.
It was definitely horrible, and there'd be kids on there.
Yeah.
Like 12-year-olds.
I really wanted to get on there sometimes and like, in costume.
Be careful.
You know they can find your location. Like, they would type in the chat. They'd just type my location in the chat, and I'd be like, that's so funny. Like...
Yeah, it's a fucked up place.
What were you going to dress up as? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Well,
cut you
because
down totally.
I used to watch these videos of, like, this makeup artist who would do, like a bunch of, like, horror makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He would, like, put, like, a big gash in his neck, or, like, he'd dress up as, like, a clown.
Okay.
Just, like, a bunch of, like, crazy shit. And then he'd go on Omegle and just scare the shit out of people. And I was like, I want to do that.
That's your dream.
Yeah, I want to be able to scare people.
What's stopping you?
Laws,
I mean,
mostly.
laws are there to be broken.
Couldn't have said it better myself, for sure.
I feel like there's a difference. Like, if I run out there with, like, a mask and I start doing the crabman walk, people are gonna, like, shoot me. It's the South.
Yeah.
I'll die.
That is,
It's
yeah.
it's not 2016. You can't just dress as clowns anymore.
Go to Ohio and that's normalized. I mean, that's just another day in Columbus.
I mean, like you said, it's Ohio. Like, you know,
Yeah.
the shit that goes on in Ohio, you could tell me anything. You could tell me that dinosaurs are back in Ohio. I'd be like, I believe it.
Yeah.
It's good land for it, yeah. Katie, what's probably the scariest thing that you've been through? Let's get deep.
Oh, the scariest thing that I've been through? Dude, I don't know. I feel like, I got robbed at gunpoint.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
Except it kind of like, I wasn't even scared. I was just like, wow, I just got robbed, you know?
Did you have a lot of cash on you?
Yeah. So basically the story behind this is me, my friend Mike, and Emma. So I was with a guy and a girl, a group. We were leaving the bar, walking to my house. And then it was like in a line. So I was in the back. And all of a sudden I hear this guy running up and I turn around. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. And this guy's holding a gun up to my head. And he said, like, give me your phone and your purse. And I had my phone in my hand and I threw it in the bush. Felt smart for that, by the way. So he didn't get my phone, but handed him my purse. And then he robbed everyone else. And then he just ran away. Took like $100 from me. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Did you report it?
Yeah, so we reported it. And then I actually forgot I had like a Cash App card in my purse and I didn't cancel it. So they later made a purchase and it gave me like the location. It was like, oh, you know, you made a purchase at this place. So I
Yeah.
called the police. I'm like, the guy who just robbed me at gunpoint is here. And they were like, okay, please hold. And they put me on hold for like 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, if we go there, he's going to be gone. And I was like, what? You're not going to do anything? And then I thought I canceled it, but I didn't. Bozo moment. They made another purchase, so I called the police again, and they're just like, there's not much we can do. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, fuck 12.
Okay.
What I'm hearing is you've got air rifle training, and you continuously have
Damn.
this guy's location.
Are you victim blaming right now?
No, what I'm saying is,
Victim blaming. That's the definition of victim blaming.
what I'm saying is,
You said, wow, you got attacked? How defenseless are
dare
you?
you?
no, what I'm saying is, you're going to the wrong people.
I'm what?
You're going to the wrong people. Don't go to the police.
So what am I supposed to do? Single-handedly show up to the gas station with a gun?
Go to your local vigilantes.
Yeah. It's Ohio. There's someone there. Just give a crackhead like $10 and be like, here's his location.
Speaking of vigilantes, you know what?
Oh my gosh! Yes! Oh, I'm sorry for yelling. That's so fucking funny. Oh.
You could have called him.
I should have. He would have
showed
handled
up.
the situation. He would have protected me. Oh my god.
Can I tell my part of that story and then can I have you jump in?
Yes, please.
So
He's cool with us telling the story.
he
Right?
is a little bit embarrassed about it, but he's come clean about it and he's like, yeah, that was kind of a really dark point in my life.
I mean,
So I have a friend and we're gonna try to keep him unnamed. We'll give him a fake name. Let's say Derek.
Greg. Oh.
I was
Greg.
gonna say Joe, but like Joe Mama.
Whatever makes you comfortable. I'm gonna call him Derek.
Derek.
I'll call him Greg.
I'll call him Joe.
So I love Derek. Derek was just a weird fucking guy, but he made me laugh. He was very book smart, and even then, I don't even know if he was that smart. Because he would just say shit. I would be like, geez, how many fucking white monsters did you drink? He'd be like, oh, probably like 65 milligrams. It's like, you can just answer
It's
me.
8 a.m.
You can, it's 8 a.m. You can just answer me. I don't have math class yet, so you don't have to be a dick about it. But he had this really weird period of time where he would just lie about the craziest shit.
Yeah.
He told me he got attacked by a coyote once, to not only me, but my grandfather as well. That was weird.
Oh.
But the biggest lie that he told was bonkers. And that's the only way to explain it. He would Snapchat me these things, like random things, and he's like, it would be like a bow and arrow or something. And then finally I was like, all right, I guess I'll indulge. Hey, Derek, what are you doing? And he's like, I got a secret, but you can't tell anyone. I'd be like, okay. And he was like, I'm a vigilante. I was like, oh, elaborate. And he's like, you see that bow and arrow? I see the picture, yes. I use it to fight crime. I break up drug deals. I'm not gonna lie, I keep some of the money. I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, guys.
I was like, why would you paint okay. He was like, don't worry, I report the criminals, but I keep the cash. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why you would say that. And then he would just say some weird shit, and he was like, I bought a bike. Really? He's like, it's for vigilante stuff.
Oh
I was like, can I see it? He was like, I would, but it's at my dad's place. I'm at my grandparents' right now. I'm like,
Makes
all
sense.
right, I see how this is. And I genuinely just wanted to see how wild he would go. He sent a picture of a cut on his chest one time.
Yep.
I probably should have stopped it there, but I was, again, wasn't the best person. I wanted to see how far it would go. And at one point, he was, like, designing things, and he was going to get our friend McKenna to design a costume. And I was like, sure, do it. I really wanted to see how far he would go. He told me once he knew that one of our high school friends, bleep this, was going to do a drug transaction.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm going to stop him. I'm going to take him down. I'm going to beat the shit out of him. Like, didn't know you had a problem with him. That's crazy. And then he got you into it.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you take your point of view.
Okay. So I was dating him at the time.
Yes.
And I remember he texted me, was like, I'm about to do something very dangerous. Text rolling at exactly 11 o'clock. No sooner, no later. And I was like, and I remember I texted you, I'm like, Roland, what's going on? And you said he thinks he's Batman or something.
Yeah.
And
I could have been nicer, but I was like, no, Katie. Don't bring Katie into this.
And then he told me, he was like, I might die tonight. I may or may not make it back. And I was like, what? And I still have the screenshot on my phone.
Really?
Yes.
Do you mind sending that to us? Not right now, but...
do not mind at all.
Okay.
Basically, it was this detailed story about him breaking up a drug deal and that he got shot and stabbed, but his black insulated shirt saved his life. And then he handcuffed the driver to the car door, went to a street service box and called the police, took the drugs... First of all,
I'm sorry, street service?
Yeah.
We were on the same page. What the fuck?
I was like, do those still exist?
Yeah, nobody has that. No. Okay.
And yeah, he was like, I broke up this drug deal. And then he sent me the picture of the cut. And I was like, either he made up the story behind the cut or he cut himself for the story. Not really sure.
I never asked him, and I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, I was not completely sure. And I was alarmed. And I was like, sounds a little sketchy. And he was like, see, I couldn't just tell you that. I was like, you should have gate-kept that. You should have gate-kept that. The thing is, I think I attract pathological liars. Because have I told you about my freshman year roommate?
No.
Oh. So this is another pathological liar. So basically, freshman year, I live in a quad. So, oh my gosh, should I make up fake names?
Probably
Yeah.
best.
Yeah. Okay, so I lived in a quad, so I lived with 3 other girls. And let's say the one girl's name is Emily. She's like, oh, like, I'm a low-key actress, whatever. And we're like, oh, congratulations, that's awesome. She's like, yeah, I'm going to try out for the TV show Euphoria. And we're like, oh, that's cool. 3 weeks go by, we don't hear anything about it. And then she's like, oh, like, I'm top, like, 70 for that role. And we're like, cool. And then, like, another month goes by, she's like, I'm top 30. Like, this was extended over time. And then a week goes by, she's top 3, and then she gets the role. And we're like, that's awesome. We had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. She was sending us emails between her and her agent. Her role was big enough that she was invited to the premiere show, and she could take us as guests. So we had to pick out our dress to fit the color scheme, and we had to pick out designers that her agent was emailing her about. She was texting Zendaya, and Zendaya was, like, calling us pretty, and it was all a lie. For months, she photoshopped pictures and text messages and emails, made a fake non-disclosure agreement.
That's wild as shit.
Yeah, for months. Like, it was planned.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, that's the whole thing with a pathological liar is, like, because they feel the need to.
Yeah.
I know, but it's such a length. I don't know. I'm not the best at lying, so
You're really bad at lying. I
feel that.
But, like,
yeah.
you're an all right actor.
Thank you.
I'd even consider you a good actor.
I acted in a movie.
No way, what movie?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
You can't lie. Like, if there's not a script, you cannot lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I could make up... you and I have a game that you didn't for the longest time realize you were a part of. I would just make up shit with the tiniest bit of confidence behind it, and
because I trust my friends, Phil. I trust my friends. So whenever they tell me a story, I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just... Part of it's just to see if you're paying attention sometimes.
I pay attention. Like, I'm doing stuff.
I'd say some wild shit, like, yeah, man, did you know that, like they discovered a new species of shark, and, like, this one actually has, like, semi-formed legs?
I would believe that.
It's, like, mid-evolution. Within the next, like, 100,000 years, we could see sharks on land. And you're like, dude, that's fucking wild. Like,
that is fucking wild.
I was like, yeah, that is wild. Like, it's wild that I just made that shit up right now.
Did you hear about lava sharks?
Yeah, those are real.
Okay, that's cool.
Like, are you guys telling the truth? Or are you lying to me?
Well,
about what?
Yeah.
Lava sharks?
Yeah.
So they're not lava sharks, but
they are in my heart.
They're sharks that have adapted the ability to live in underwater volcanoes.
That is awesome.
So it's like they're even to the point where, like, no one can go in and research them because it's so hot.
What?
Which is super wild. There's even sharks that live up to, like, 300 years old.
Yeah.
And they live in, like, the Arctic and, like, Iceland and the Netherlands and shit.
Are you serious with the 300 thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. We just called my ass about being gullible, so I just want to, like, make sure.
No, like I said.
You don't fuck with sharks. You make sure to.
I can fight a shark. I can win a fight
You
against a
think
shark.
you can fight a shark?
I think I can fight a shark. If I wore gloves, I could win a fight against a shark.
What kind of gloves? Sorry.
I mean, whatever can protect me against, like, sandpaper.
Pussy.
Because their skin is like sandpaper.
I got some gloves in my car right now.
Let's go find a shark.
That's all we
I'll beat
need.
the fuck out of shark.
We got one of the two things we need.
Now we just.
Let's hit up the aquarium.
Let's break in.
Dude, I went to Ripley's Aquarium. That
What?
place is so fucking dope.
Like Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Yeah. It's also sad. It's really sad.
no.
It's like the shark aquarium thing is dope as fuck. There's
Yeah.
like this big old pool, and you can do this like escalator thing, and you can like walk under the thing, so you can see like the little.
Oh, like
fish
the
and stuff.
tunnel?
Yeah, the tunnel.
Yeah.
But they'll have chameleons and stuff, and this like tiny. Like,
No way, chameleons?
Yeah, those are dope as fuck. But they're like maybe like 2x2x4 little enclosures where it's like maybe like one real stick, but it's like a fake background with fake leaves and.
Poor baby.
It's so sad.
So I actually had a conversation with someone about this recently, about the fact that I love animals.
Yeah.
And I love going to zoos.
Yeah.
And I hate that anytime I ask someone, hey, do you want to go to the zoo with me? Everyone says no because they don't like zoos. Because they're like, they're
They don't want to support it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to support the zoo. Like, I don't want to support
But they're
the
cool as
mistreatment of
fuck.
animals. But I would... Where else am I going to be able to feed a fucking giraffe?
Yeah.
Like, where else would I be able to see a polar bear playing with a bucket?
Playing with a bucket.
With a bucket.
Have we talked about this yet? About the polar and grizzly thing? I think you were telling me about it.
Oh, yeah, when I got, like... I got real loopy one night, and I started watching weird documentaries.
Uh-huh.
And one of them was about, like, bears in Alaska. And Alaska is the only place where they have Dale species of bears. that all like congregate. So there's grizzly bears, there's brown bears, and there's polar bears.
Okay.
And grizzly and brown bear share territories, and there's like very, very minuscule differences between the two. And then polar bears are more up north and everything. They're more on like the polar area, obviously.
Makes sense.
But
That checks out.
they've found that polar bears occasionally, like a couple of instances where they've gone up to like 25 miles away from their home territory, and they have found one instance as of now, a polar bear and a grizzly bear have mated and successfully had a child. They have named it the Pizzly Bear. It's a terrible name.
Unfortunate.
I feel like I'm being gaslit right now.
I'm 100% serious. You can look
Phil,
this up.
you keep talking, I'll show her a picture.
Yeah, it's
Pizzly Bear.
Pizzly Bear. I did not choose the name, and there's the whole thing of like if there's one that's been seen, there's 10 times as many that haven't been seen. Yeah, it's a
fucking
little
ugly.
Weird. It's a little it's
This is
because
the worst picture.
it's taxidermied.
It looks like the bear from Brother Bear, the movie.
I think that's the grizzly in them.
Yeah, like it's like you can definitely see like the differences in where it's like part grizzly, part polar bear.
Yeah.
Very
Nature's crazy.
Nature is crazy. What? Pizzly Bear?
Pizzly Bear, 100% serious.
Wait, what if we just found like two random animals and like had them mate and just created a new species?
There is an entire section of science solely dedicated to that.
Really?
That's
I would
where you
love
get
to be a part
things
of it.
like the zonkey, which is half zebra, half donkey.
I've seen that, yeah.
The liger. I mean, just big cats in general. That like they'll just make any two cats fuck.
Dude, ligers are crazy. Those things are giant. Have you seen those?
No.
Oh, they're. I think it's something of like 12 feet long.
You think you could fight one?
No.
Okay.
They got shoulders.
I feel like
Is that all the difference?
If it's got shoulders, I don't think I can stand a chance.
Is this a reference to something I know?
We had a whole conversation and an argument about one of our mutual friends.
McKenna. We said McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna. Her dad doesn't like snakes, and he says he can't trust them because they don't have shoulders.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know what? Thinking about it, there are animals that I can fight that I know I have an advantage on because I have more shoulders than they do.
I've never thought about this before.
Well, because like
Yeah.
a shark can't punch you. A shark has one way of attack, and that's a bite. But
Yeah,
the problem
that's
is
pretty
if
significant.
you punch him in the nose or you gouge him in the eye, like you win that fight.
What if they kick you with their tail?
Although they're made of cartilage, I have never heard of a shark that's been able to hit someone with their tail hard enough to do anything.
It's worth the shot.
Do
Okay.
penguins have shoulders?
I think so. I think
yeah.
technically like birds have shoulders, but they've also got knees in their stomach, so like they're weird as fuck.
Yeah, don't get me started on birds.
Birds aren't real. Continue.
Call their ass out. That's right. No, but so we were talking about that one night, and Philip was saying something to me like, "Oh shit, I hope McKenna's dad doesn't see an octopus." And
Oh shit.
well,
So
That's a lot of shoulder. Wait, do they have shoulders?
no, they
yes,
don't.
they do.
No, they
They
don't.
have fucking shoulders.
So we got in a yelling argument. I think it was like,
we legitimately started calling people.
yeah, we went downstairs. I woke my grandparents up. I was like, settle this for me, will you? And we did a debate in front of them because we were yelling at each other.
They got shoulders.
They have, so they can create shoulders.
They have what's
That
called
means they have
pseudo-
them then.
That's what I said.
No,
If they
no,
can create
no.
shoulders.
All right, no, let's get into this.
2v1.
No, they
Okay, I
can't.
would
2v1,
like-
I win.
No.
I would like to get into this.
Just because they can create something, it doesn't mean that they have it.
Yes.
I'm gonna create a baby. Does that mean I have a baby?
No, you don't have a baby.
But if I can create one, and I do create one,
At that time, you will have a baby. But if I take that baby away, you don't have a baby.
How do you take away an octopus's shoulders?
Why? It relaxes.
Is it going to relax in the fight?
The whole point of it having... We're not talking about it as a fight. I'm just saying...
but that's the whole point of this.
No. You can try, but it's not going to work, all right?
We're talking about more shoulders equals more advantage to win in a fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8
so
arms, 8 shoulders. It can kick my ass.
But guess what? It doesn't have shoulders. It can make false shoulders. It can create
those
something
are
that
still-
appears as shoulders, but they are not shoulders. They are not the real deal.
The whole thing of a shoulder.
Does it have to be the real
It's
deal?
where your is it a rotator cuff? Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
It's
Didn't you do biology for a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the joint. It's the idea of like
Yeah.
there's the joint there that you can move your arm in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying like if it can move its arms in a circular motion, it can kick my ass.
And when it's creating those shoulders,
It can move
yeah, they have shoulders, but they don't. But they don't because in actuality, in their biology, their anatomy, if you want to get scientific with it, they don't have shoulders. When they're relaxed, they're being themselves. They don't have them. They have to like force themselves to create shoulders.
But they're creating the shoulders, and then they're present.
And in that present,
They have them.
yeah. But guess what?
So
They don't really though.
They have the ability to have shoulders.
Yes.
Your whole thing is saying they never have shoulders. They do not have shoulders. They have the ability to create them.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do create them, they have them. Therefore,
They have shoulders.
they can have shoulders.
They have the ability to create shoulders. They don't have shoulders.
Roland, you have the ability to cook, but you don't cook.
I just don't
You
find
can
it
cook.
enjoyable. Yeah.
Chef Gusteau says, everyone can cook.
I'm familiar.
You can cook.
My uncle and my girlfriend's family have yelled at me for the longest time.
About not being able to cook?
It's not that I can't. Well, no, I can't really cook that much.
That's going to change with unhinging with Crabman. You're going to cook.
Do you cook?
Oh, I love cooking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it
gotta-
like?
Oh, I always cook chicken. That's about it.
Yeah?
I have to meal prep. I'm in college, work 2 jobs. So,
Like, what's your go-to, like, chicken?
oh,
Like, the type?
I just usually bake some chicken, make some couscous.
Baked. Okay.
Yeah.
Couscous.
Get some mashed potatoes up in there.
Okay.
Green beans.
I like green beans.
Yeah, if you
I
get
fuck with green beans.
the secret to green beans, let me tell you, is this ham seasoning. You put it in the green beans, chef's kiss.
Ham seasoning?
Yes. Ham seasoning.
Do you fuck with a panko?
The fuck is that?
It's like a seasoning for chicken.
Never used it.
Yeah.
You mean like panko breadcrumbs?
Yeah. Panko.
Is that a seasoning?
Or is it breading?
Well, there's seasoning.
I would consider that a
There's
breading?
seasoning in
the breading.
Yeah.
But that's breading.
Tomato.
I don't think so.
That's a garbage fruit.
Tomatoes? I fucking love tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Phil ruined it for me because he was like, they smell like wet garbage.
No, they smell like if you've had like your trash can outside while it, like there's a little bit of moisture in it, like a little bit of that like trash juice, and it's been out in the heat for a day or two, and you
love it.
open up that lid and you get a whiff, that just smells like tomatoes.
I love that smell.
What a freak. You can't win, I'm sorry.
This is who I align myself with the shoulder argument.
To kind of end this, I would actually really like it if you did like a tarot reading for me and Phil.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that.
Wait, can I set this down?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I got no idea what these cards mean. I know one thing about it, and it's that the death card is not a bad card.
Yeah, so this is actually a different tarot deck than the typical Rider's deck. It has 64 cards, so it's missing a few. It's called the Akashic Tarot deck. And so, what kind of reading should I do? I can do a message to you so it'd be a message from your angels, and then a message from your spirit guides.
Okay.
I want to do that one.
You want that one?
I want that one.
Okay.
Roland, which one
Big
are you
bet.
going to do? Are you going to do like
So I can get a message from my angels or spirit guide.
All 3, actually. I can do a past, present, future.
How many?
Oh, damn.
That's a sip. No survivors.
Past, present, future. That one takes a little longer to read,
Okay.
but it's pretty fucking cool. Or a conflict one, and that one gets really fucking deep. And I've had a lot of people cry during that reading.
Can we, Phil, you want to do the conflict one?
No, I want to do the spirit guides. I'm the one who believes in that shit. You should do the conflict one. Either that or the past, present, future.
I mean, I'm okay right now.
Okay, so story behind the conflict one.
Yeah.
I know, I'm not going to say his name, but I know a murderer.
Oh,
Yes.
saucy.
And he is a very spiritual guy, and he taught me the spread. And he actually gave me this crystal right here. Said it reminded me of him, or it reminded him of me.
Yeah.
And he actually, like, murdered someone in Colorado because he was in a gang. So, scary guy.
Wow.
But he's on my good side. So
Yeah.
so Murderer taught me that spread, and it's pretty fucking sick.
That's great. So, like, what is the conflict? Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
So it will tell you about a conflict in general, then goes deep into your inner conflict. So what you're conflicting about deeply inside. An outer conflict, so it could be like relationship with people. It'll tell you a solution to that conflict, and then the result if you follow that solution.
I'll tell you what. I'll do the conflict.
You'll do the conflict?
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to make me nervous if it's not right. So one thing I like to say to people is I always set my intention for the universe to show you what you need to see. So you don't be like, oh, like, I need advice on this specific person, because that's not how the universe works. It's going to tell you the message you need to hear. And sometimes it may not always make sense at the time, because that happens to me. And then some fuck shit will happen, and I'm like, oh my God, like, my tarot spread literally predicted this. It predicted a death, actually, which was kind of crazy. Like, how it led up to it and everything. So...
Oh, no.
I think we'll be okay. Fingers crossed.
So the spirit guide one is a very cute spread.
Okay.
Good.
We'll start with that one. Oh.
That's a good start. Got a card thrown at me.
I'll set that one there for now.
Okay.
Actually, no.
I will say, I think I've been very open about the whole thing of, like, not believing in horoscopes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in seeing how this is going to work.
Horoscopes, that's interesting take. Let me ramble on that a little bit.
Okay.
This
is your episode. You do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're our guest.
I have so many thoughts about this. So, in a sense, horoscopes are dumb as fuck. You know, if you're Pisces, you're not creative. But I think that the universe definitely 100% plays a role into who you are as a person. Like, the time you were born, and the way the planets align, and the way the moon, like, pulls on the water, like, all of that has an effect on who you are, all of that. But it's not going to make you a nice person. Or it will, like, deeply, like, set, like, your intentions as you go through life. So it's not as plain and simple as people think. So, yeah.
All right.
You're going to convert some people with this episode, I feel like.
What I want you to do... Oh, fuck.
This is not a good sign. Oh, no.
I want you to kind of just shuffle the deck, and I want you to transfer your energy into the deck. I want you to put the intention in for the universe to tell you what you need to know.
Can I just shuffle it?
However you want. There's no wrong way to do this.
You've obviously never seen me work. There are wrong ways to do a lot of things.
Oh, you fucked it up.
I may have. Okay, universe. I believe you know what I need.
So I'm going to pull Dale cards.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
So what I'm going to do is I'll let you pull the first card, and this will be a message to you. So I want you to feel the cards, and whatever one attracts your energy.
And this is a message from the universe, or like
this is just
specific?
a general message to you.
Okay. I'm trying to pick one that I feel is calling to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's this one.
I was feeling that one too, actually.
Okay.
So just set that one down for now. Second card will be a message from your angels.
Okay, I put those motherfuckers in overdrive sometimes.
The energy in here is so tense. I love it.
I love the whole. Oh, sorry, I'm
No.
putting them in the
I
wrong
just
spot.
like it in a specific order.
Okay.
Dale card is from your spirit guides.
Okay.
Are spirit guides the same as spirit animals?
In a way, so they can visit you in the form of an animal. But spirit guides are basically like spirits that will guide you and send you messages in life, and that message can be sent through a spirit animal. So that's kind of how that works.
Cool. I've always kind of like, we've talked about it a few times where like I've seen like a lot of weird shit in dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I've always kind of questioned like, is that something to do with that?
Yeah.
All right, so that is a message to you, message from your angels, and then message from your spirit guides. So first card was One of Roses, commitment. And let me look at my book.
Ooh, One of Roses, commitment.
Reversed. So it says there is some sort of separation or breakage going on. This card can indicate an investment that fails or falls through, whatever shape it takes, an emotional component that underlines the experience. It is important to vent your feelings and to deal with the loss of or the sense of loss, but try not to think about it too much. The loss or separation may seem difficult right now, but you have the power to deal with it and get back on your feet. Sometimes the energy indicates a physical separation, or you have to relocate. Or in this case, it can be an emotional separation. Also consider this: have you forgotten your own priority of self? Do you put yourself last and dismiss your own needs? If so, it's time to start committing to yourself. Try not to lose sight of the greatest partnership of all. Your connection to eternal power and valuable self is your soul. Your spirit is longing for you to commit.
Huh.
I'm rock hard right now.
That's a little crazy because, like, by the end of this month, my sister, who is 19, will be moving out on her own for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been not struggling with it, but just kind of like, I'm worried for her.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're her big brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a separation, a move. That's what this was saying. So it's saying not to forget
I
to commit to
legitimately
yourself.
love this. This is so cool. Okay.
So a message from your angels, 8 of Forces, the lightning bolt.
Ooh.
Reverse.
Yeah, and reverse does not always mean it's bad.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I've never understood.
yeah, it's just multiple meanings.
Mm-hmm.
There is an exceptional time of dynamic force and energy. You may have suffered a loss, but the storm is dispersing. Some cleanup may be required, but it's time to set down new roots and to seek ground and new growth. Apply your energy to whatever compels you. When this card is reversed, there's a lightning bolt reaching up to crack the heavens. It is nothing less than the divine power that moves through you and rises through the depths of creation. Own it. It's a force that can help you light up the earth. So again, a loss. And it's saying, I think what it's saying is like, this is the lightning bolt's going towards you right now. So it's saying ground yourself, in a sense.
All right.
Maybe put your energy into a new hobby, you know?
Well, cooking show, doing some stuff with Legos.
Yeah.
Got a couple things getting up.
5 of Forces, it's a summer and winter card. So it's a seasonal cycle card that shows you how to spend your energy at the time, which is what all these cards are kind of saying. A beautiful sunlit summer overlooks the farmers working hard and growing crops. Summer is a yin time of activity. So this is your time to get going. Action is an important time of this cycle. This is a time to take steps towards your personal goals, perhaps to plan more social events or plan activities you want to do. You might reflect on what actions, your perspectives, or attract a new romance to enhance your love life. Ooh. This card tells you to consider it to be done. Then go for it.
I may have talked about it a little bit on here, but I've at the beginning of this year I made a list of like everything as a friend group we should all do together.
Really?
So it's like like I'm really excited to do a lot of the stuff on that list.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe this is the universe telling me that my sister might be okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And that I should focus more on that list.
Yeah, the message commitment is said to commit to yourself more. Lightning bolt from your angel saying you may feel disruption in your energy, but you need to ground yourself, and your spirit guides are saying to ground yourself through these fun activities.
All right.
You should really push yourself to go above and beyond and make this list actually happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, trust me. I'm trying to start small. We need to eat dinner together.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that's adorable.
This is so cool.
This is awesome.
I might have made a joke earlier, but I promise I'm not joking about this. I take this very...
Yeah.
I don't fuck with the universe.
The universe works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, so I try to be very respectful. So, conflict. Let's do it.
Conflict card, okay.
I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
So I actually, I saw a psychic, and she told me I have a strong connection in the spiritual world, which was kind of sick.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I've often thought about, because there's a psychic in Hickory.
Really?
And
yeah, you did say that.
I've thought about contacting her or him. I don't know who they are, but I've wanted to contact them about doing a read on something and being like, hey, I've noticed recently I've had a lot of bad luck, and I want to know if that has anything to do with anything
Karmic trenches. Do you have karma following you?
I don't know. I feel I talk about I'm a shitty person, but sometimes I do nice things.
You're really not that shitty. We've talked about...
I get into a lot of arguments with people on the street.
Let me put it this way. You could be a lot worse. Sometimes you're difficult.
That's fair.
But I don't know about shitty.
I don't think you're a shitty person.
I did get into an argument with someone at a gas station today.
Again?
Yeah.
Shuffle, please. put your intentions for the universe to show you what you need to be seen.
Sorry, you don't see it.
Don't look at the
but
cards rolling.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to, like...
Close your eyes and let the universe tell you what it needs. Or what
So,
you need.
the way tarot cards work, it's a way for the universe to communicate with you. So the universe talks to you through tarot cards and can give you advice. It's pretty crazy. And you just feel the cards and you transfer your energy.
Remember,
All right.
Roland.
All right. You ready?
You remember this line. Energy.
Energy.
Okay, so
I'll try.
I'll spread this out.
Okay.
So I want you to pick one card, and this will be your conflict card.
So he's not supposed to like turn it around, right? He's just supposed to keep it upside
You
down.
can-
Keep it.
Yep, so if you want, you can go ahead and flip it over.
Okay.
Queen of Keys.
Okay.
Ooh, Queen of Keys.
All right, so next card will be your inner conflict.
And the Queen of Keys is upside down, right?
So for this deck, I'll kind of like merge the meanings and just kind of interpret it how I want.
Is there a certain way that you want
However you... Oh, do it right here. So inner conflict. Two of Roses, Winged Messengers.
it? Okay.
Oh.
Outer conflict is next.
Okay.
Oh, wait. So his inner conflict has a bird relation to it.
It's worse. Okay.
I think that's really
Wait, right
weird.
here. Up in the air.
Okay.
Everybody
Ooh.
always gets that card, fun fact.
Interesting.
Everyone gets that card for the conflict?
So there are specific cards that everyone will always get during the spread. And that's one of the cards. And there's a lot of
Trippy.
fucking cards you see.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. So next is your solution.
Oh, okay.
So
I see you reached for the card that was close to me. Perhaps
You
I
are
have
the
your
solution.
should I put it right here or should I?
right there.
Okay.
So it forms a cross.
Oh.
Okay.
What does that say? Is that...
Birth.
Oh, birth.
And then finally is your solution. Or your result. My bad.
Okay.
So the solution card is birth. I know not to take these very literally.
Okay.
And then lay
So-
that right there. Also, it's 1:11 on the recording, might I add.
Oh.
Okay.
The journey.
The journey.
Oh. So, Queen of Keys. Let me get out my handy dandy little book here.
Getting really into this.
Yeah. No, me too.
Okay, so there could be an emotional distancing between a woman in your life, or this person can also be you, like maybe your feminine side. You might feel a distance from some part of yourself. In some cases, it can be distancing between a loving relationship. Regardless of how the reversal manifests, this is a time to consider your aspirations and all that brings happiness into your next step. So is this...
Yeah, that relates. Yeah, my grandmother.
Really?
We have a lot of conflicting about my career choice.
So it also says distancing from emotional woman or businesswoman. So
Okay.
that could be related to your career. So that was just an overall conflict. Two of Roses is next. This is your inner conflict, Winged Messengers. So the conflict has grown with this reversal. That is the first sentence. The table is disrupted and it seems no one can come together. The hawk, a bird of prey, flies above the dove. Your fears and feelings may be drowning out the voice of your spirit. It makes you feel more difficult for you to promote peace within and around you. You may have to deal with some people or financial issues that seem damaging at this moment. Be careful that you aren't asked to give more than you have. Though the situation may seem very difficult, it's really a matter of everyone making an effort to set things right. Those that are involved certainly may seem more intractable or unable to listen now. It's important to do what you can, and you have to step away from the conflict when others are determined to have their way. When this card is reversed, which, whatever, the dove reveals that the power of your spirit is your foundation and is always there to support you.
Okay.
Does that have any relation to...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Next one.
Okay. So this card is actually
It's up in the air.
up in the air, and this is a major arcana card. So there's two categories for tarot cards, minor arcana and major arcana. Minor arcana are basically specific events and people. Major arcana, maybe more overall, but it's also more vital and more important. It's the universe like shaking you and screaming.
Okay.
So up in the air.
Okay.
There might be aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You have a strong desire to know how it's going to turn out. You need to connect your spirit guides and ask for a little insight, but there are elements that are unknown and will be unknowable. There's too much about the situation that is up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, which goes back to the inner conflict of people who might be holding you back. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know the influence or the outcome, you might push out that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self, who will take care of it. Time is required to know more about the matter, and time doesn't matter to your eternal self, whose power and love you will always have.
Okay.
So it emphasizes trust, and it says that's the deepest knowing that you will seek.
Okay.
So maybe there's a situation that is up in the air right now, or could possibly become up in the air.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you just need to trust the situation. You need to trust yourself and the people around you, and you not push the urgency.
Okay. All right.
How's that sounding so far?
I think it relates.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, we've been having a lot of discussions. I haven't had a job. The first job I had was yesterday, where I got to do this music video, but I was saying I might have to move out. I don't know. And then my grandparents just kind of trying to talk me out of it. And
Which goes back to the women, the
Yeah.
keys.
yeah. So a lot of it is just my future in the career I'm trying to pursue.
Okay. And it says time is required to know more about this matter. So you need to trust the process.
Yeah.
Okay. Your solution, birth.
Okay. Have a baby. That fixes everything.
No, so this card actually doesn't mean have a child, which is what
Okay.
most people mean. So it
Fair enough.
indicates a metaphorical birth, basically. An old phase is passing away and a new one begins. But even now, this new phase has roots in your deepest history in your past lives, and there may be some labor involved. This card is associated with new energy coming. There could be more romance. There could be new experiences. And so you need to give birth. It says give birth to a creative project, too. So it's kind of interesting. Whatever it is, celebrate. Prepare for the wonderful growth and outcome.
Okay.
So yeah, it's saying there's gonna be a time for a new start, and I think going back to this, you need to trust the journey. You don't need to fight it. Trust the journey, and you'll have a new birth, a new beginning.
Okay.
And then the journey, which is your result. 7 of
All right.
Roses. Let's see. Sometimes this spread can get very deep. So
I am sweating, by the way.
me too. It is
Oh my
hot.
gosh. I can't tell if it's the intensity.
There's
or the
once
alcohol.
Once we started doing this, there was an
Yeah.
energy shift.
There was an air
Like,
change.
it is hot as fuck in here. So this card says, and I quote, "This card shows time for a journey, a move, or a relocation. You may be taking your work or creative endeavors into a whole new direction. However, this journey occurs, it is sure to take you to new places and greater opportunities. Although it may require leaving something safe behind, this is not the time for staying safe in the harbor. It's time for finding and exploring new worlds. So get packed."
It sounds like the universe is telling you to move out of your grandparents' basement.
I think so.
Wow.
Well, hey, I've been trying to tell you this for a while. I'm willing to move in with you.
Yeah, but if I'm going to move, that means I move.
It's moving to Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah. Or Wilmington
Ohio.
or Atlanta.
Yeah.
Fuck Ohio. Katie, I love you, but no.
I don't blame you.
I went there for 2 days. Never going back.
Yeah.
But that's... Wow.
That's powerful stuff.
Would you say that was pretty accurate?
Extremely.
That's awesome. I get really excited whenever people think they're accurate.
We can talk about this. We can talk a little bit more after this.
Yeah, we can get more into genuine personal stuff.
Once I'm not sweating my balls off.
Yeah, really. Fuck. All right, well, guys, sorry for the longer episode, but honestly, this was such a fun time talking to you, Katie.
Yeah,
You were one of my
thanks.
best friends in high school, so I'm so glad that you're here right now. This tarot thing was so fun. Phil, is
Yeah.
there anything else you want to say?
I'm excited to see what else the universe has in store for me.
Yeah.
Accept it. Acceptance. And listen, guys.
So, Phil, what's going to be your new hobby?
You know what? I'm thinking about doing something with fucking pies.
Wow.